Hello YouTubers, this is the noobifier. We are mid-October and I'm deploying to the Middle East for 6 months at the end of the year, which is quickly approaching. Deployments like this are exciting for me because I'm a full-time soldier. I make YouTube videos on the side for fun as one of a couple hobbies. Deployments are why I joined, it makes me happy to serve, and I have another opportunity to put my training to its intended use and learn more. I've mentioned it in the past, but a critical part of leaving loved ones behind for an extended period of time is to quickly incorporate normal life into your new deployed routine. Waking up early, eating well and on time, calling home regularly, staying in shape, and being social outside of work. I will, if time and tempo permits, continue to produce content, and for that I've pieced together what I feel is the most complete deployable setup that I could. I've carefully chosen parts that can easily survive being packed up into a backpack, so that means durable, portable, compact, light, and thin. I need to maintain my recorded audio quality. I want strong processing power, large onboard storage capacity, quick rendering speed, and great gaming performance. So like everything. If I can produce 4K videos on the road with a minimal drop in quality, such that you may not notice, I would consider that a great success. I'm going to first speak about ergonomics and layout, then the laptop, the second screen, the data management, and the extra bits that are all over the table. Working on a laptop is fine, however, the screen is usually placed well below your eye line, which is actually horrible to work on for extended periods of time. As I said, this is supposed to be a fun way to unwind, play some games, and grow the channel in my spare time, so it should be fairly optimized. Bringing the view line up also has a secondary effect of getting the laptop up off the table. The table can heat soak and choke out cooling. 2 aluminum risers bring everything up and support it. I took the time to punch out 2 speed holes into one of the risers, placed directly below where the laptop air inlets are. This helped greatly with cooling and ensured nothing chokes out and the system can breathe. The laptop is a main gear element. It was chosen after 2 weeks of research. It has a 15-inch form factor and is portable. This is the one that packs everything I wanted into a 2-inch tall, 2-kilogram magnesium chassis with minimal side bezels on a 144Hz IPS screen. Magnesium is expensive and difficult to work with compared to other metals or plastic. However, here the entire chassis behaves like a heatsink to help cooling even more, which is why it can be this thin and perform. Air goes in from below and exits both sides and out the back. No throttling means full performance. It's gunmetal and understated with a subtle branding. There was something appealing about being able to maintain a lower looking profile while sitting in the public. It just looks like a nice laptop, nothing fancy. I have added a black camo D-brand skin to the top and bottom to help with scrapes and bumps. Inside is a 9th gen Intel i7 with 6-core 12 threads that boosts up to 4.4 under load. 32 gigs of RAM, an RTX 2070, and a pair of 2TB Intel 660p NVMe make up the system and data drives. Performance did not disappoint. I can sequence and render 4K in Premiere without issues. Adobe can also leverage the CUDA cores to accelerate the render just like it would on a desktop, and scrubbing through the video as a preview is responsive. It is possible to work on one screen, however being able to expand to 2 was appealing through the addition of an Asus Zen screen. It happens to have the exact resolution, size, and the same thin bezels, so a perfect pairing. The monitor is only a ½ an inch thick, and when protected within the folio case, it stores away on top of the laptop in the same sleeve, ready to be put into the backpack. It gets power and signal through a single Thunderbolt cable, and for security I've attached it to the riser with Velcro, but it can also work on the table just as well without. Thanks to Captain Richard on Twitch, who's a Logitech partner, for telling me about the next part, a 915 TKL and a G703. He assured me that Lightspeed Tech was as fast as a wired connection, and yes, it's true. Continuing on the theme of thin and light, it's the lowest wireless mechanical keyboard that I could find. The key travel is full throw, but by using custom keycaps, they could cut the frame down. Backlit keys are important, and when it's lit, it can run for 40 hours. The G703 mouse works on the same wireless technology, and I can't tell if it's wired or not, except for the first split second when you wake it up. Both are full-featured, geared towards gamers, and fully tunable. To the left of all that, I have a Stream Deck in a 3D printed wedge for my usual productivity hotkeys, and this profile is a 100% copy of the one that I used on my desktop. Once again, more familiarity helps the workflow and enjoyment of creation. For audio, it's an Astro A50 that I've reviewed in the past. They're closed back, meaning that they won't disturb a roommate, they're gaming focused, bass heavy, and fantastic for positional audio. They sit charged on a base ready to go. The mic on them is good for Discord. but I'm bringing a copy of my studio setup with a Shure SM7B on a short tripod, XLR cables, a cloud lifter, and a 3rd gen Focusrite Scarlett 2i2. By using the proximity effect, I should be able to retain most of my spoken sound quality when on the road. I picked up a small case for the 2i2, and I have a backup mic in the form of a Mod Mic wireless, plus I suppose I could also use Apple AirPod Pro if things get really desperate. I won't be bringing any joysticks, but I am bringing the C40, which is the Astro wireless game controller, and it has its own travel case. I have a 2020 iPad Pro, which I can use as a 4K camera source. I can also use the iPhone Pro as a camera source. There's a small tripod with brackets to hold both of those, plus I'm bringing a DJI Osmo 3 Axis gimbal. That provides me a ton of flexibility within a small place, plus I don't need to bring any extra photo gear. I have a spare power brick for the laptop in case one craps out, or if I want to pick up and go somewhere else. There are 3 external battery packs for charging everything: USB Mini, USB-C, Lightning, HDMI, mini DisplayPort, and a backup USB Wi-Fi adapter that has a better antenna. The 2 Seagate externals are 5 TB each, with a small mirror copy of parts of my home server. These are backups of my B-roll and some TV shows and movies. On the laptop, I have a working copy of my B-roll on the D drive, which is a 2TB NVMe. The system drive is another 2TB NVMe with Adobe Creative Suite, Office 365, and games. Almost done. Rounding up my deployable plan are 4 canvas bags that are color-coded. The black bag will be for external drives and flash drives. The tan one will be for the wires, the wall bricks, and the battery banks. Blue is for the tripod gear, and the green one will hold the main and spare power brick for the laptop. Most of this fits in one bag, but I expect that some gear such as the stands, the headset, and the game controller can go unaccompanied. So, this is my current solution for operating seamlessly on the road. It's so important to consider your workspace and plan. Many of the things I've demonstrated today may actually help those of us that are still working from home during the pandemic. I watched my wife work off of a crappy laptop screen on a tiny laptop for 2 months, and then we realized it was time to invest in some monitors. It's clear that we can be like this for at least 6 more to a year, so why not get comfortable and stay healthy? And that's it. This video was photographed, recorded, rendered, and published fully on the portable system. I would love to hear or see ways that you've configured your own portables, so please don't hesitate to tweet at noobifier with photos and ideas so that we can all share. This is certainly not my first tour. Each time I go over, it becomes clear how important it is to plan ahead so you can remain grounded in something enjoyable and familiar. I've appreciated your support over the past 5 years making content, pushing for better quality and interesting topics. I hope the world returns to a somewhat normal situation so I can join you and celebrate CitizenCon 2021 in person. Main Gear is always having a promotion with systems like mine that are ready to ship. If you're interested in an upgrade, the link in the description will provide you an additional year of warranty on checkout. Fly safe, and I'll see you in the verse.